The 1995 version was bad, and I loved it. Like, I loved it as a kid, and, well, you know, young adult. And when I saw the 2021 version, I was like, oh boy, the plot gonna be sketchy, the acting gonna be suspicious.
Anywhere you go, you belong. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
Hey you guys, it's Yarn Guys Cosplay, and I'm back again with another Stitch and Bitch Sunday. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, my series, Stitch and Bitch Sundays are where I sit down and crochet and tell you guys about a terrible movie or TV show that I have watched recently. Today, we are going to talk about the wonderful, the terrible, it shouldn't have been redone, but it was anyway, and I live for it, Mortal Kombat. Real quick, did you tell them? But did you tell them about it though? Okay. PR me has told me to tell you guys about my new Stitch and Bitch crochet kits. Have you ever found yourself watching one of my videos, laughing it up and thinking to yourself, man, I wish I could crochet along with her, but I do not have the materials and I don't know how. Now I have these Stitch and Bitch crochet kits where inside you get a skein of yarn, a crochet hook, and a digital book to learn how to crochet. In addition to my digital book, you also get access to a crochet along or a crochet tutorial for how to get started with crocheting. Stitch and Bitch crochet kits are available in my store and available for purchase today, and you can find the link in the description box below. But enough PR stuff. If you're subscribed, you're subscribed. If you're not, why not? Let's get into this. So today I'm crocheting an orange circle. If you're wondering what happened to the last project I was working on, I didn't finish it. I put it in the box with the other projects, okay? Come on now. I asked you guys if you wanted me to talk about this one because personally, I love me some Mortal Kombat. I already knew it was going to be bad. There was no way in hell this movie was going to be good. So if you're unfamiliar with Mortal Kombat, it is a video game turned movie. That's basically it. Like, if you're familiar with Street Fighters or Tekken, it's very much like that. But the best part about Mortal Kombat, which makes it kind of more unique from the other video games I just mentioned, is the blood and the gore. It's so satisfying because you could literally like just end people in terrible ways that are so satisfying, and then you have different things called fatalities, and fatalities are just like extra moves that are even more gory than the original. Like, it's just beautiful, and if you're into that like me, it brings you so much joy, and also a lot of frustration because some people are just really good at spamming buttons. Y'all know who you are, and I'm tired of you, okay? You have to do more than just a sweep, kick, and jump, okay? Mortal Kombat has, I guess, lore in the video game. I can't tell you what that lore is. I really don't pay attention that much. I just know one time, I think in Mortal Kombat 11, Jax went back in time and stopped slavery. Y'all were pressed about that, and I was just like, I don't know. I feel like this is actually a pretty good idea, but you know. What do I know? I'm just black. The movie opens up with Hanzo and his son out getting water, and the moment this man had a family, I was like, ain't nothing good gonna come from this. Mortal Kombat characters don't have families. Like, that's the last thing you want in this kind of movie. But they're out getting water and everything. You see his son, you see his wife. She's over here like, I don't know what I'll do without you. And he's just like, I don't know what I'll do without you. I'm like, y'all better figure it out soon because y'all gonna be without each other in a hot minute now. His son and everything hears his baby sister crying, and he goes off into the house to go see her. And the mom goes back to gardening. And Hanzo goes off to get more water for their garden because, you know, the 2 buckets that they brought clearly wasn't enough, so he needed another bucket. So as he leaves to go get a bucket of water, I notice that he's taking a suspiciously long time because back at the house and everything, the little guards that he had and everything, everyone getting murked, okay? Everyone dying left and right. I'm like, what are these guards even here for if they can't fight for shit? His wife hears the guards going down, and she's just like, listen, okay, we gotta hide people. So she hides the baby sister underneath like a wood plank or whatever. The son is with her, and we see ice. Now, for my Mortal Kombat fans, you already know when you see ice, you in trouble because it's Bi-Han, okay? Bi-Han, aka Sub-Zero, alright? So he comes in and he's just like, oh, where's Hanzo? Where is he? Are you his wife? I didn't know. Of course you know. But like, he comes in and he's just like, and they're just like, and I think she like already knew she wasn't going to escape this, but like she tried protecting the little boy, you know, her son. And his son, oh my god, Hanzo's son was ready to square up. Like, I swear to god, if he had 3 to 5 more years on him, he probably could have beat Sub-Zero's ass, but like he didn't, because unfortunately Sub-Zero murks both of them. Hanzo finally realizes something's wrong, like something's like the area is just too quiet, the water's not warm enough, I don't know, something causes him to realize something's up back at the house, I should go check it out. So in a very dramatic manner, he spills the bucket, he runs over to the house, and he sees, unfortunately, that his wife or son are frozen. And he's pissed. He's really pissed and everything. The Bihan's, I think, minions come out, and you already know he's mad as all hell and everything. He's like, I got nothing to lose and everything at this point because y'all done murked my family. So he goes apeshit. Beautiful fight scene where he takes, I think, a plot relevant guarding hoe, and he uses it. He ties it to like the end of a rope, and it's just over for him because he's just slashing everywhere. And I'm just like, yeah. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is so good. Also, I'm sorry about your family, but like, this is beautiful. It's like I'm playing the game without actually having to smash buttons, so I'm way more relaxed. And he goes off to find Bihan. And mind you, they call him Bihan because that's his actual name, but we all know him as Sub-Zero. But at this point, he hasn't announced himself as Sub-Zero, so we're just gonna keep calling him Bihan. So yeah, Hanzo sees Bihan and he's just like, you little bitch, you killed my family, I'm gonna kill you now. And Bihan is just like, oh yes, I'm going to end your bloodline. And I'm just like, are you? Unfortunately, Hanzo does die. Like, he does get killed and everything. Bihan wins and all that. He's all feeling big boss and everything. And I'm just like, yeah. Wait till the rest of the movie. Okay, listen, you're gonna get your comeuppance, okay? Bihan walks off because he's just like, this guy's gonna die. I don't have to be here for all this. I got other things to do. I came and I did what I had to do, and now I'm gonna go. So Hanzo very dramatically crawls back to the house because he can hear the baby sister crying. And mind you, right now I'm stressed because I'm just like, Hanzo, baby, listen, okay, you in no condition to take care of a little baby. Like, what's gonna happen? What are you doing? What can you do? Your guards, what's gonna happen? I get really stressed out whenever kids are in danger in movies, I'm not gonna lie. Because like, I know that they're gonna be okay, but with a movie like Mortal Kombat, with a game like Mortal Kombat, I'm just kind of like, how far are we going? But fortunately, Hanzo dies. He doesn't make it back to his daughter. But guess who comes at the last minute and does what we need him to do, but where was he earlier? Raiden comes in all lightning fashion and everything, and he's just like, interesting. Damn, Hanzo dead. Oh, I hear a baby crying in the background. Let me go save her real quick. Let me do the least I could do. Save her, take her back to the temple, raise her and everything, keep the bloodline alive. Like, Sub-Zero don't need to know about all this. But I never understand, like, Raiden in general just always comes at the last minute. Like, I know he's not supposed to get involved in like the whole Mortal Kombat thing, but I'm also just like, why are you here? You literally just watch and then you just go. Fast forward, we get to meet Cole. I really hate Cole, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why he's in this. I don't know why they decided to like redo this and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do all this stuff and everything, but like, I don't like Cole and it's fine. We meet Cole and everything. He's an unsuccessful MMA fighter and he literally just gets his ass beat. Like, they literally open up the scene with him in a tournament and his wife was like, I don't watch his fights anymore, but his daughter does, and his daughter's like, give him an uppercut. Cole doesn't listen. Cole gets his ass beat and loses the fight again. So while we're watching Cole get his ass beat, Jax comes in. Now, as much as he is casted to be Jax and everything, but he has arms, regular schmegler arms, so he's Jax adjacent. Okay, he's not really Jax just yet. But he's here, he's watching Cole. He's like, oh, interesting. What's that tattoo on your chest? You know, it looks really cool. And then they show us, you know, it's the Mortal Kombat symbol. So he's just like, oh, that's a nice birthmark you got going there. And Cole's like, yeah, it's a birthmark. Which tells me, okay, I see, okay, so Rip, I see what y'all trying to do here. It's not a surprise to me, but I'll keep it as a surprise for y'all. We jump scenes and we go to Outworld and we see Sub-Zero walking up to Shang Tsung. And he's basically just like, you know, I done killed the Hanzo bloodline, all this stuff and everything. I'm no longer Bihan, I'm Sub-Zero. And I'm just like, ooh, now you Sub-Zero, you got the icy eyes and everything, oh my god. So he's over here basically saying, you know, finish off that and everything. And Shang is out here just like, okay, you guys, I'm trying to like kill everyone before the tournament start because I just don't feel like playing a fair fight. Raiden might follow the rules, but I'm not. I'm the bad guy. I'm the villain here. So we get to see all that and everything. And he basically sends Sub-Zero now, because he said it. We get to send Sub-Zero to Earth to go kill off the rest of the champions. So he goes down to Earth. We go back over to Cole, and they're out, and he's out with his family. He has himself, wife, little girl, and all that. They're out eating ice cream. It starts snowing, and Sub-Zero appears. Unfortunately, because Jax was keeping an eye on the group, he's just like, hey, y'all need to get in my car, and we need to go right now, because he's part of the whole Mortal Kombat thing, and I'll explain to you in the car, okay? That little birthmark means you're chosen, and you don't really have a say in this, okay? So yeah, so they get away from Sub-Zero, and this is where Jax loses his arms, because the family gets away and everything, but he goes off and he tries to fight Sub-Zero, and I literally could not watch this scene. As much as I love Mortal Kombat, I was just like, okay, alright, Jax, go ahead, this is part of your story and everything, but not so much. And then Sub-Zero beats his ass, and I'm just like, oh, Sub-Zero, please. One thing I did forget that was plot relevant earlier, when Jax first meets Cole at the MMA fight, or after the MMA fight that they had, Cole's daughter makes me a little bracelet. And that is plot relevant, because she has a bracelet, he has a bracelet. He's like, yeah, it's a family bracelet, it's really cool. Remember that bracelet for later, okay? So now Jax is dead somewhere. Well, I don't even know, he's not dead, but he out on ice. And Cole and his family and everything are together, and they're just like, what is going on? Why is he even attacking us? And Cole remembers that Jax said, hey, he told me to go find Sonya, so I'm gonna do that, and y'all stay here in this little cabin in the woods, and everything should be fine. He also is just having these really weird flashbacks where he sees Hanzo. He doesn't know it's Hanzo, but he sees Hanzo just on fire. I'm guessing just in hell. So I'm not really sure what all that's about, but he keeps getting flashbacks, and he's just like, all right, I need to get some answers and go find this Sonya person. So the next scene that pops up is we go back and we see Melina. Now Melina is played by a black woman, and it's the thickness of it all. I remember there was someone who posted on Twitter a screenshot of the scene where we kind of pan over a hill and we see her from behind, and we just see the thickness, the thickness, the porridge, okay? She never ate bad in her life thickness. She's basically just meeting up with Shay and the gang, and they're just like, yes, we got all the guys together and everything. They said they would fight with us. Have we thwarted the champions of Earth or some other stuff? And they're just like, nah, not yet, but we're working on it. Cut back to Cole basically finding Sonya's little base, her little trailer park and everything. And Cole just gets his ass beat immediately. Sonya sees him and she's just like, who are you? And he's like, Jax sent me. And she's just like, okay, hi, I'm Sonya. And I'm like, yeah. She's just the first time we saw someone with superhuman abilities, he had a tattoo and everything. Jax took him out, and then Jax got the tattoo, and now and everything I'm trying to get the tattoo, but I don't have it and everything, because I'm just not worth. I'm a good fighter, but for some reason I'm just not worthy enough. That's literally just her whole complex. She's just like, why am I not chosen to be one of the champions? We also find out that she has Kano locked up in her basement, and the reason why she kept him is because the guy that had the Mortal Kombat tattoo, she was going to kill him, and then Kano did instead, and he got the tattoo. So now she's just like, you stole my whole purpose. She explains the Mortal Kombat to Cole. I'm like, Cole, keep up and everything. Yeah, giant champion fighting and all that and everything. Yeah, we spell Kombat with a K. We don't really care about spelling around these parts. We find out that Melina's group has sent them a giant invisible lizard to try to kill them. They win. Kano ends up killing it and everything. After they fight the invisible lizard and everything, Kano gets this little claw across his eyes and everything, so he really gets to become Kano, because now he got the little scar across his face. That was bothering me. He didn't have the scar across his face, and I was like, how you gonna be Kano without the eye thing? So yeah, so he becomes Kano because of all that. And basically Kano knows how to get to the secret temple where they're supposed to go to train to be ready for the Mortal Kombat tournaments and all that. And Sonya's just like, I have no idea where it is, but he does, and I don't really want to work with him. And he's a killer. He's scum or whatever. So she's just like, I promise you $3 million, and you will get it if you take us to where the secret temple is. And he's just like, you don't have $3 million. And she's like, do I? I'm Sonya Blade. And he eventually agrees. And then when Cole questions her, she's just like, I'm broke. One thing that really bothers me about this scene though is like the audio throughout Mortal Kombat is kind of all over the place. Like, it's all over the place in the sense that it sounds like a video game, which isn't good, because you see, like, it's like depth perception and noise was just off most of the time, because you'll see them talking and let's say they're like way over here, but then you hear them like right here, so your brain just kind of fries a little bit, because it's just like, I feel like this audio is too close and too, like, I feel like the audio, you should have been further away from the mic, but I'm getting you're right up close to the mic, so I'm confused. So they're on the way to the temple and everything. Sonya and Kano get into this really weird, you know, who has the bigger balls fight and all that, and I think eventually Kano, like, you know, he's not really trying to fight her. He's really just not trying to be here, like, at all. And she defeats him and everything. And he just kind of, like, eggs around, like, yeah, you could kill me and everything. You could have this whole, you could have and be worthy and everything. And she's just like, no, because you're not really fighting with me. You just don't want to be here. I need to earn my fight. I need to earn my Mortal Kombat. I'm just like, Sonya, just take it. You don't want to be, like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. They get to the temple and they meet up with Liu Kang, Mr. Fire Hands. And I didn't like the acting. I didn't like him as Liu Kang at all. I don't know why, he just seems really stiff. Like, he seems like he doesn't know what to do with his body. Like, he looks muscular and everything. He looks good. He looks like he lifts. Like, I know he lifts because he got the fireball hands. But I was like, dude, can you look less scared? Can you move your shoulders? Can you inhale for me? Can you exhale for me? Meet up with him, and surprise, Jax is at the temple, and it is my boy not doing good. Sonya sees him and she's just like, is he gonna make it? I'm like, bitch, he got no arms. Is he going to make it? Like, I don't know. But, you know, the monks of the temple and everything, they work their magic, they do their best, and they give him some rinky-dink arms that, you know, work, but definitely can't fight with. They finally get to meet Raiden, and Raiden and everything looking all lightning daddy and everything like that. And I don't dislike the actor for Raiden. He has a lot to live up to. I don't know. I'm also dealing with a lot of nostalgia too. So my brain is just like, this is not hitting me in those like early 90s vibes. Like, it's giving me trying too hard. And he basically tells everyone from Earth that they ain't shit. Like, he looks at them and he's just like, this is what I have to work with? This is what you get? Well, we're fucked at this point. Like, the whole scene's like funny. Because he looks at Cole and he's just like, you ain't shit. He looks at Sonya and he's like, you ain't got a mark. And then he looks at Kano. He doesn't even look at Kano. He just looks away from Kano. Like, Kano doesn't even get the time of day from Raiden. He's just like, you're beneath me, basically. After Raiden basically calls them out on their name, we get into a little CGI fight, and guess at the front door, you got it, Sub-Zero. So obviously Sub-Zero and the rest of the gang are at the temple now. They're about to kill everyone there because they're just like, listen, okay, we're not playing a fair fight. We're not trying to lose, okay? And you can't lose if the team's already dead. So a little CGI fight happens between Sub-Zero and Liu Kang, and I don't know why, but like, Avatar Last Airbender spoiled me, okay? Like, the fight scene with the fireballs and everything, it was just very stiff, and Sub-Zero was about to kill him. I'm not gonna lie, Sub-Zero about to take out another fighter. But lo and behold, guess who comes to the fight real quick? Kung Lao. Now, Kung Lao, he's my boy. He is that one. He will kill you with no remorse. The actor low-key gives me Tom Holland, but like if he was Asian vibes, but that's besides the point, okay? I had to say it. I couldn't unsee it. So now it's in your head because it was in my head, so you're welcome. But he comes in and everything. He basically, like, you know, doesn't kick Raiden. He doesn't kick Sub-Zero's ass, but he definitely shakes him up a little bit. He's looking at him like, listen, this hat, it do a lot, and you don't want the smoke. So they also, like, you know, do a little thing where he's like, you know, hello, cousin. And they're just like, cousin. And you're just like, oh, they're related. Shang comes in looking all spooky, scary, skeleton and all that. And basically Raiden hops in and he's just like, you're breaking the rules. Shang's like, I don't give a fuck. And then Raiden, you know, in dramatic bitch fashion, puts up this giant electrical ball. And Shang is basically just like, this can't last forever. Walls don't work. And Raiden's just like, get out of my house. Raiden's basically just like, y'all need to fucking train, because that wasn't even, they was warming up. We gonna get our ass beat. We gonna lose this shit. Like, I got money on them. That's how much I don't believe in y'all. So they start doing the little, like, you know, training montage and all that, you know, the typical, you know, learn how to fight, find your inner warrior, blah, blah, blah. We come over to Sonya and Jax. Jax is slowly waking up. I did skip over one scene though. It was a little bit funny, but it was also just kind of like, ow. Sonya and everything goes to the training grounds with him, and Kung Lao stops her, and he's just like, you're a liability because you don't have the mark. And Sonya's just like, I'm worthy, man. And she like walks off and goes checks on Jax. And I'm just like, Sonya, baby girl, like, it's gonna be okay. It's not about you right now, okay? Like, it's gonna be about you later, but like, you so desperate. You acting desperate. That's why the mark don't want you, okay? Cause you out here looking stressed and go check on your boy. Go check on your boy. Jax is slowly waking up, and she basically calls him a little bitch. Like, she literally is just like, you need to, I know you lost your arms and everything, it's traumatizing, I don't, but like, we went to war together. You're not the same person, I know, because you don't have arms, but like, that's besides the point. I'm like, Sonya, what is this speech? Sonya, please. He lost his arms, Sonya, he is struggling. So yeah, so eventually, you know, Jax is just like, yeah, you're right, let me go dig down deep and figure out, you know, who I am now without my arms. I think they cut like another scene where, like, you know, they're all at dinner and no one has unlocked their superpower yet, so everyone's just kind of vaguely disappointed. And I think you know, Kano, being vaguely racist as he is just being disrespectful to Kung Lao at dinner. And Kung Lao is just like, I'm not having it. My hat could do too much for me to be taking all this shit from you. So I think Kung Lao and Liu Kang begin to like egg him on because they realize that he's getting angry, and they're just like, oh shit, he gonna get a superpower, he gonna do it, let's just keep pushing him. So they keep pushing him. Eventually he, like, you know, cusses him out, and then boom, laser beam eye. He gets laser beam eye. And I'm just like, not eyes, laser beam eye, singular, just the one, okay? So Cole gets to the conclusion that he can't fight for shit and he can't get a superpower. I'm trying not to laugh, but like, he really is just like, I can't do this. Look at me. I got my ass beat beforehand, I got my ass beat during, like, here he got his power. Look at me, I'm nothing. And he basically, Raiden is just like, wow, okay, so guess what? You are the descendant of Hanzo. You know, that whole, you know, baby girl that he saved and everything. Yeah, he's a descendant. And Cole is just like, no, I'm not, I'm an orphan. And Raiden's just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I know what's going on, okay? So don't fucking tell me about who you are. I know who you are, okay? But I guess I don't know who you are because you did clearly not fighting with the blood of Hanzo. So Cole basically gets sent home. The next scene cuts over and Shang basically sends Goro, you know, big guy, 4 arms, rip people in half, to go kill Cole. Because he's just like, listen, I don't know what your bloodline is and all that, but like, you got that mark on you, I can't have you around. I can't have any slip-ups here. Alright, so Goro, go take care of them. We also get to see Nitara and Cabal and Reiko and all of them come in, and it literally it's just like, you know, it's like cameos but like for video games. Like, you see them and you're just like, ah! That's my main. That's my main. And Shang's just like, yeah, y'all look like champions. Look at my beautiful girl. Look at Nitara. Look at the screaming, the wings and all that. Yeah, I hit that. The next scene cuts over to Goro entering basically the earth realm and all that, and Cole and everything. He's just like, I don't know what's going on and all this, but like, there's something outside. His wife is like, I don't know what's outside and everything, but like, you should go check it out. His daughter's like, I don't know what's outside, but like, I'm concerned and everything. And we see Goro, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the best part of the movie because the CGI is pretty good, because we went from claymation puppet reject from the Muppets to some pretty decent CGI. So, and I'm not gonna lie, when I saw him come out, I'm just like, rip someone in half. So as we see Goro come out, we realize that Cole's superpower is, ta-da, plot armor. And it's literally plot armor and actual armor, because he sees, you know, he's losing the fight per usual. His wife comes in with the axe and she's like, you know, I'm gonna fight a little bit too. They try to ram Goro with a car. I don't know what they thought that was gonna do, but like, they tried it. Goro's about to, like, you know, get his family, and then he realizes, no, I can't have my family go out like this. I'm guessing his family, like, you know, powers his PTSD, because Hanzo must have kicked in at some point. That blood had to be triggered at some point. And ta-da, his little bracelet that he got from his daughter earlier, you know, that little bracelet I mentioned earlier, turns into a giant armor piece. Now, Cole's still getting his ass beat, okay? But we realize that the armor that he has on actually holds on to energy. And then when he decides to, like, do an uppercut, because his little girl was like, do an uppercut, Dad. And he actually listens this time. And we realize all the energy comes to the uppercut. Boom. Girl's face. He looking at him like, I didn't realize this is a real fight. I was just kind of bored with Cole's whole I have armor and everything, because like it doesn't give him like speed or endurance or really much of anything. Just gives him armor. Like they literally were just like, this character Cole, who's like not in the game series, literally has plot armor, both I guess like technically and like physically. So yeah, so I was kind of just like, okay, cool, I guess. Like his armor also like makes like weapons for him to fight with, and I'm just like, cool. Do you know how to use them, Cole? Because like mind you, he just spends like a good chunk of the movie not being able to win a fight. So this whole scene was just kind of like, okay, cool, you win, yeah, you save your family, all this other stuff. Raiden clearly was like watching, because he opens up the portal back up, and he's just like, you need to bring your ass back up here because you ready now. Raiden's team gets his ass kicked. I'm not gonna. It was really weird because Raiden comes in at the last minute when Shang is like beating up his team, and instead of being like, what are you doing? He's just like, thank you for whipping my team's ass, because they needed the push from you to get their shit together, because now all of them have their like powers. And I'm just like, that's some black mom energy right there. That's some, I wasn't gonna beat her ass, because I was telling her she needs to, like, I was trying to teach her the, love way, like, the soft way and all that. I was trying to give her a heads up. But I said, if you go out these doors and everything, life is gonna give you this lesson whether you want it or not. And Shane was a lesson. So Raiden was just very much like, thank you. Like, I'm not gonna. They have a little fight and everything. Melina starts fighting against Sonya, and oh my gosh, she's getting ready to like kill her, but like she like tastes her blood because it's Melina, it's my girl. And she's just like, this is not the champion's blood, so like your death means nothing. And I swear to God, that killed Sonya faster than anything Melina could have said or done. So Kano jumps in everything. Kano, I think, like throws over the ledge or whatever. But there's one scene in particular that I love so much, and you already know, if you've seen the movie, you already know what scene I'm about to talk about. So Kung Lao has this scene where he tries to take on Shang, and Shang basically is like, you're beneath me and everything. And like it's that video game audio, so like they're really just like taking video game clips and like putting it in there so the fans could be like, that's from the video game. And I was like that. I was like, oh, you from the video game, okay, cool. Mitara come and fight him. And that was a mistake, because she's over here flying around and everything. Kung Lao's like, you know what, I'm gonna just close my eyes, I'm gonna get real zen real quick, and I'm gonna just take you out. Okay? And as she's about to swoop down, Kung Lao jumps up on her back, gets his hat, rolls it into the sand in front of her. It starts moving like a chainsaw, y'all, like a chainsaw. I was like, oh, it's about to be delectable. And basically, Shane gets to watch his girl get fatality'd. It was great. I love this. That's like my favorite scene, because he didn't have to do her like that. He didn't have to like go so hard, but he did. Raiden comes in and he's like, okay, I need to teleport y'all out of here, because Kung Lao could clearly fight, but everyone else getting their ass beat. So as they're trying to teleport out, I think Sub-Zero finally realizes that Cole is a descendant of Hanzo, so he's just kind of shook and also kind of just like, I thought I killed his bloodline. And I'm just like, nah, man, you didn't check the floorboards. Like, you were messy. And I think he like pushes him out of Raiden's little like lightning teleporting thing. And Kung Lao also comes in to kind of like, help them and all that. But Shang, his feelings are hurt. Okay, he's not having a good. He just watched his girl get cut in half by Kung Lao. So he basically, pulls him real close, and he's just like, "Your soul is mine." And I'm not gonna lie, that was another video game line. So when they had that audio change, I was ready for it, because I'm just like, "That's from the video game. That's from the video game." Like, that's all this movie is. It's just from the video game. It's just to make people like me enjoy how god awful it is, and then hear video lines from the game in the movie. You can't hate it that much. R.I.P. my boy Kung Lao, because he gets his soul sucked by Shang, and it's okay. It's okay. That scene I didn't quite enjoy. Well, no, I actually did enjoy it, because the graphics were kind of cool, and I was just like, ooh, Shang, look at you go with the CGI. Look at you go with the CGI. They didn't use all of it on Goro. They used some of it on you too. Look at you coming on up. But yeah, so he dies and everything. They eventually go to like a really weird like realm in between worlds, and Reagan's just like, this is my little hidey hole, so like we gotta regroup and figure out what we're gonna do next, because Cole has his power and everything, but we just lost Kung Lao, and he was really the only person I actually cared about. I didn't even care that much. Like, I really don't care about any of y'all, but like Kung Lao could fight, so y'all have a lot of heavy lifting to do. Oh yeah, Jax also gets his like full-blown robotic arms because he has to save Sonya, and he's like lifting up a rock or whatever, and then his arms like turn to like actual robot arms, and I'm just like, that's that good shit right there. Look at you, Jax. Look at you coming on up with arms again. Robotic arms again. Look at you. So excited for you. So proud of you. So Raiden ends up giving Cole the sword, or like, it's not really like a sword. It's just like a, you know, the gardening tool that they had earlier that Hanzo used to kill off Sub-Zero's minions. Basically, he gives him that plot relevant blade from earlier and gives it to Cole, and he's just like, this is your ancestors, be good with it and everything, I'm gonna give this to you. They eventually decide that what they're gonna do is they're going to split up and basically take out Shang's team ahead of time, since he wants to fight so bad, since he doesn't even want to wait for the tournament, like he wants a pre-tournament. They decide they're gonna, like, you know, go fight him. If you're watching this as a non-fan, it don't make no fucking sense. These scenes don't make any, like, are these like their home worlds? Like, what's going on? You don't even know. But like, as a video gamer, as a diehard Mortal Kombat fan, these scenes are satisfying. Cole goes off to fight Melina. Yeah, Jax goes off to fight Reiko? Yep, Reiko. And I think it was, who else goes? Well, no, not Reiko. He goes off to fight the other guy. I forget all their names. It doesn't even matter at this point because they all get their ass beat. They all get to do like the little like fatality scenes. Liu Kang gets to fight against Cabal, and it's so great because they're fighting together and everything. Liu Kang's beating his ass, and then he gets to do a fatality on him. And like, it's not like you get to see the fatality because it's a giant fire dragon that comes up and like swallows him, and then everything's on fire. And then he's also like this little like pit and everything, so that gets on fire too. But you hear him say fatality for Kung Lao, and I'm just like, hey, that's from the video game. That's from the video game. Jax gets to fight Reiko and everything. Reiko? I say Reiko. And it's funny because like, he goes, hey, big boy. And like the way he says that, I'm just like, oh, you're Jax. This movie was like, plot doesn't matter. Timeline doesn't really matter that much either. Relevancy to the video game matters a lot. So yeah, so I really like when Jax is like, hey, big boy. And Reiko looks over and he's just like, oh. And they do their little fight and everything. Jax's arms are working and he does a little hand smash, hit in the middle, the right there, the nice, and yeah, he does that, and he's like, yeah, these work. And I'm just like, Sonya kills Kano, and she gets the mark, and she's so proud of herself because Kano actually put a lot of effort into trying to like fight her, and he just couldn't. Like, he literally could not fight. So, you know, she was very proud of herself. She's just like, yeah, I got the mark now, I'm good. And it's really weird because like, I don't understand like why she was able to figure out her superpower so fast. Because when she jumps in and everything, Cole is fighting against Melina, and oh my god, Melina was like the one scene I was really disappointed in, because I was just like, the entire time I'm like, girl, you've been on screen like 3 times now and I haven't seen you unhinge your jaw and rip someone's throat out. If you don't do this, I'm gonna be upset. So she unhinges her jaw, right? And I'm just like, oh boy, here it comes. And then she like fights and everything against Cole, and Cole got his armor and all that, and he's like blocking her. And I think Sonya comes in, and Sonya's like, I got like this like, you know, CGI over my arms and everything. I could be like boom, 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 and all that, and like I could blast things now. And I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, Sonya, but mind your business, okay? I want to see Melina rip someone's throat out, okay? Please, I am on a mission. And she kills Melina, and I was just like, god damn it, she didn't even get to unhinge her jaw all the way. I'm upset. Sub-Zero basically is like nowhere to be found, and I think we cut to the scene and we see that, you know, his wife and his daughter are still at the cabin, and you see ice, you see snow, everything starts getting kind of cold. It's Sub-Zero. So he comes in, everything, he kidnaps his family and all that, puts them on ice. They're not dead, but he definitely goes back to Cole, and he shows Cole his daughter's bracelet, and he's just like, ha ha ha, I got your family, I got your girl, I got your kid, what you gonna do about it? So Cole and everything follows Sub-Zero and begins to like try to beat his ass, but like Cole is just losing again. At some point, Sub-Zero gets the blade, the family blade, and Cole is holding in his hand and he's gripping it really tight and his blood touches the blade. And all of a sudden, this giant fire comes up and everything, and all of a sudden you see Hanzo. And my favorite thing about this scene was like, you hear him go, "Get over here," and then he does a little thing with them, and then he pulls him back, and Sub-Zero looking shook, he looking scared. He's like, "Did I kill you already? What is going on with this family line?" Sub-Zero and everything is losing the fight and everything. It's not working out. He does some petty stuff where I think he puts up like an ice sculpture of like Hanzo's like dead family, and I'm just like, you petty bitch. But you know, PTSD and everything, just it almost got him, but he came through. But it was kind of funny because like Scorpion goes like full Bane mode where he's just like, "You put me in the fires of hell, you thought it was gonna consume me, joke's on you, I became the fires of hell, and now look at me, now look what you done." And I love how he's just like, remember how I told you, remember this face? He takes off his mask and like Sub-Zero, his eyes got so wide where he's just like, wait a minute. Scorpion does his little fatality on Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero dies, and I just love Scorpion because like when he opens his mouth and he's just like fire breath. So Raiden comes in again, last minute, ain't doing shit, and he's just like, "Oh, look at you, you saved your family, you learned how to fight, you unlocked Hanzo, great, good job, this video game is going great." And Shane comes in, and Shane's just like pissed because he's like, "Death ain't nothing but a portal for me, okay? Death ain't nothing but, you know, the beginning," or whatever Imhotep said from the Mummy. So yeah, so he's kind of pissed and all that, and I think Raiden finally like, you know, throws lightning at him because he does some really weird joke where he's just like, he talks too much. And I'm just like, Raiden, you ain't do shit. You literally watch your team get beat there. What did you do besides this? You put up a wall. The movie ends with the team basically being like, yeah, you know, we gotta train some more and everything. We still got the tournaments. We still have the tournaments. This is just the pre-fight before the tournaments, mind you. Okay, they didn't even get to the tournaments yet. This is just the pre-fight before the tournaments. So they're just like, we need to go find some more champions. And when they said that, I was just like, who y'all gonna find? What are y'all gonna do? And they have Cole walk past the banner and everything, and you see the banner is Johnny Cage. And I'm just like, Johnny! So yeah, so this movie, terrible. Plot, terrible. Storyline, relevance, terrible. Like audio, all over the place. CGI, pretty decent. I was impressed. Acting, they are actors. They are actors. They weren't terrible. I just don't feel like they were great. I still would like Liu Kang to breathe, relax some shoulders, my guy. Maybe start doing some yoga. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I know I was like talking really fast. I was all over the place because I'm truly like, I'm just so excited to talk about Mortal Kombat because this is my movie. This is my game. If you like this video, be sure to like this video. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe. Like, you watched the whole thing, so you might as well subscribe. If you like this video and you're thinking to yourself, she really went above and beyond this time. She deserves more than just a like. Feel free to go support me on Buy Me a Coffee. Over there, because buy me a cake is $5, and it just makes me like super happy to people support me over there. And also, it allows me to do really cool things like, you know, continue making YouTube videos. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll